Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Friday, April 29th, 2022. Jeremy Crosby here, back in the hot seat. Again, I got to give Andrew Bamlett the bow down for stepping in. Somehow, some way, I either self did it in the making myself sick or vice versa. There's a lot of things going around, but the last 2 days have been miserable, and Andrew has made it at least tolerable by covering my butt here on TF, which I certainly appreciate him. And I've promised him dinner and fishing, so I don't know what else I can give out. So, but good fishing. Maybe the first trip. We're big fishing buddies, so we'll have to get out and do some fishing here if it ever gets warm. My goodness, at least today got a little bit warmer, right? Bust out the shorts for a day and then put them away. No. Either way, we got a busy show here coming up for you. We're going to check in with the Better Business Bureau, talking about home inspections, making sure you pick the right person for your home inspection if you are considering selling your house or otherwise. We'll break that down with Tiffany Schultz from Better Business Bureau. Plus, we're going to recap last night's Town of Madison open house meeting. A good turnout last night. We'll check in and see what was talked about at the meeting and then share some information with you as we continue the attachment. That's what they call it, attachment. Such a weird word, but we're picking up a piece of the Town of Madison here, joining us in Fitchburg, and we're excited. And that was kind of a good open house last night to talk to some of the new residents coming to Fitchburg. So we'll have all that for you coming up. But first, let's get you some headlines as we work into the weekend. I got a lot of events to tell you about. But first, starting in May, we got to talk about road construction, and one major one here for you. It's at County Highway MM and McCoy Road intersection. This is going to be May through August, and the intersection of County Highway MM at McCoy will be under construction May through August. The city and county received federal safety grant funding to reconstruct the intersection with a traffic signal and shift the Capital City Trail crossing to the intersection. Through this grant, the construction will be administered by the Wisconsin DOT, one lane of traffic in each direction on County Highway MM and the Capital City Trail, and US Highway 14 ramps will remain open throughout the project for safety of our travelers and construction workers. Though left turns will be prohibited at the intersections through construction. Travelers needing to turn left, make those left turns on the intersection needs to use alternative routes. So what are we talking about here? You cannot make a left off of McCoy onto Highway MM, and you can't make a left from Highway MM to McCoy. Not happening. You'll have to find alternative routes as they work through this construction, and we'll keep you up to date as that construction moves on here on Talking Fitchburg. All right, you ready to join Team Fitchburg? We'd love to have you, and we got a few openings for you to tell you about. We haven't checked in on this in a while, so let's take a look what we got. Administration intern, building attendant, court cashier, deputy city assessor, engineering technician, 2, environmental project engineer, a part-time position open up, groundskeeper, police officer, lateral and entry level opened up. Program assistant with the Parks and Recreation Department with a sign-on bonus. Public Works maintenance worker, utilities open up. Public Works and Park Streets maintenance worker. Public Works streets maintenance worker. So that's just streets. Then you got the seasonal parks maintenance worker and seasonal utility maintenance worker. Both of those have sign-on bonuses. You can check in at our website, fitchburgwi.gov. Look for the job opportunities page right on our homepage there. You could join Team Fitchburg. Let's talk to Sarah. Maybe we can get some like Team Fitchburg shirts or something. We got to come up with something like that. Put that on Andrew's task list for today. All right, turning to other news. We've got the Business Before 9 event. This is going to be happening out at the what hotel is this usually at? Wow, I'm just drawing a blank here. Let me read the story first, and then we'll talk about the hotel. Please join us for the Fitchburg Chamber of Commerce as we partner with the Madison Area Builders Association, Boys and Girls Club of Dane County to host the informational meeting next Tuesday morning at the Business Before 9 at the about the McKenzie Regional Workforce Center. This Workforce Center is focused on creating generalization of change within families that help diversity with historically has a large white male workforce. It provides young adults a path to success and their career in skilled trades like plumbing and construction. Education, training, certification, apprenticeships, and job placement will all be available for young adults. This project is vital to our community, and you'll be able to come out to this event for Business Before 9. That's coming up here next week already. And again, we're looking forward to having everybody out there. We do stream these ones as well and record them and rebroadcast them. But this doesn't cost any money. Anybody can come out to this one, and it'll be happening next week. All right, happening this weekend, the annual Puppy Up Walk. It is back. Yeah, we haven't had a chance to talk about it, but it is back. It's held at McKee Farms Park May 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Register for the 2-mile walk to help promote awareness of canine cancer and a fundraiser for cancer research that benefits both pets and people. This is a family-friendly event where all humans and canines can participate. There is no participation fee, although all participants must raise $25 to walk. Those who raise $100 will get a free event t-shirt. Get all the details and event registration online at puppyupwalk.org/Madison, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. McKee Farms Park. That's where it's happening this weekend. Fitchburg Center Farmers Market is coming up already. Finally, maybe I'm just excited for a farmers market. I haven't been to one in a while. I want to get out there and take advantage of it. So we got our farmers market coming up, right? And it starts, the outdoor one starts in May. It's starting on Thursday, May 5th at 3 p.m., goes till 6 p.m. And of course, all your favorites are going to be out there at the 5511 East Trail Parkway. Look for that Agora tent. Love that tent. And at the Fitchburg Farmers Market, shoppers will find a whole host of Wisconsin-grown produce and fruits, flowers, cheeses, meats, baked goods, preserves, and gluten-free items every Thursday from 3 to 6 p.m. Market has, on average, over 25 vendors from southern Wisconsin. Watch for special events every third Thursday of every month. I mean, how can you not beat the Strawberry Fest? I mean, that's one of my favorites, but also Fall Fest too is a pretty fun one as well. But either way, get that on the calendar. It is coming up, and they'll have some new vendors for the 2022 season, which is always exciting to see who's going to come out. All right, finally, Kids Building Wisconsin is, well, we're only a few weeks away from it, May 14th. That's right. It's at McKee Farms Park, and Kids Building Wisconsin is a free, fun, and educational event that is centered around the construction industry, sprinkled across beautiful McKee Farms Park in Fitchburg, Wisconsin. Kids Building Wisconsin has over 40 interactive and hands-on exhibits by local trades and other industry participants. Kids Building Wisconsin 2022 will take place on May 14th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at McKee Farms Park. Some of the mini activities include, but not limited to, big equipment to explore, boom lift rides, virtual reality, build a toolbox, and a demolition wall. I don't know what could be more exciting for kids than a demolition wall when they actually get to hit something, but I digress. It's a really great event. If you haven't been out to it, it's so much fun, and I'm looking forward to taking my little one this year, certainly, because usually I'm filming it, but I'm taking him this year. I'm going to be the dad, and we're going to have some fun. And I shouldn't say just my little. I'm taking my daughter, too. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. But anyways, we hope to see you out there for that event. All right, let's take a quick break. Coming up next, we're going to check in with our friends at the Better Business Bureau about home inspections, and later we'll talk about the town of Madison. We had our first open house last night. We'll show you the details. All that coming up next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus, so follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Hey, boss. Okay.
Said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay, in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah. We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from the Better Business Bureau here in Southern Wisconsin, it is Tiffany Schultz. Tiffany, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Happy spring.
Happy spring indeed. And we got a lot of great topics coming up this month. And we're kicking it off with tips for hiring a home inspector. A lot of people looking to sell their homes, get it ready on the market. And we want to make sure that you find the right person because they are super important. Let me just tell you, first and foremost, super important. But there could be some people out there that are not so good. So tell us what to expect from these home inspectors.
If you've made an offer on a house, the next step is to hire a home inspector to make sure that what you're purchasing is what you see. Where do you find a home inspector? There's so many places that you can start. We want you to start at bbb.org. Do your homework. Don't hire anybody without doing your homework. Read customer reviews, read customer complaints, check out their rating, do an internet search with the name of the company or the name of the individual, followed with scam, name of the company, individual, followed by customer review, customer complaint. You can also look to friends and family. Who do they recommend? Who has done their home inspection? So really get a good grasp before you hire somebody on what their background is like, even before you pick up the phone and make that call.
And would you recommend even taking it a step further that you could have a great organization, could have a high rating, but you should check in with the actual person who's going to come to your house and do the inspection?
You should always have a phone conversation with the person who's going to be doing the inspection. If you call the company that who you're talking to, that doesn't necessarily mean that's who's going to come and do the inspection. So if you really want to do your homework, and we recommend that you really dig deep and do your homework because purchasing a home is the biggest investment you're ever going to make in your lifetime. So you want to make sure that the person doing the inspection is giving a thorough inspection and also is qualified to do the inspection. So great idea to ask the person who you're talking to, if they're not doing the inspection, who is, and can I talk to that individual beforehand?
Looking for accreditations too. So like they're being part of a professional organization might be something good to back up the name of the company and folks associated with it.
Professional organization membership always gives that extra reassurance that it's a legitimate company or individual that you're dealing with. Are they an accredited business with the BBB? Are they part of a professional organization in the home inspection industry? Are they part of NARI? That's another great way to check them out. Are they part of a local chamber? So lots of ways that they can be part of the community to kind of just give that assurance that they are a legitimate business in your community.
This next one is a great tip here, and it's make sure that the home inspector is working in your best interests. What could be some situations there that might find out that inspector was really working for the realtor or something else?
Many home inspectors rely on referrals from realtors. So they have great relationships with realtors, and that realtor that you're working with may give you a referral for a home inspection company. That's great that they did, but you still want them to check them out and make sure that they're a legitimate business, but also that they have experience and they've done professional work before. A lot of times these inspectors do rely on their relationship with the realtor that they're working with to get continued business. So it's great to check them out, use them as an option, but also explore other inspectors that could do your home inspection too. So you want a kind of a great variety to pick from before you go ahead and choose the one.
And when they finally come out to do the inspection, being there in person is so important. Why is that?
Extremely important to be there. You've hired this individual to do the inspection of your home. It's a great way to ask questions, to identify any problems up front. A home inspection usually takes between 2 and 5 hours to complete, depending on the size of the home and anything that's involved with it. So if you're a first-time homeowner, you've never been through one, you're going to learn a lot. Simple things like, how do I turn on the furnace? Or where does this light switch go to? Maybe it's a light switch to nowhere. And the inspector can identify that and let you know even before you get that final report from them.
Yeah, it was actually eye-opening for the first time that my wife and I bought in a home. I was here for the inspection, and it was nice to know, like the inspector actually shared some great tips on fixing some things that would potentially be a problem. So it's very interesting in following them coming to the home. And I would think this would be something you want to find out ahead of time before they even show up. But what are you going to get as a copy, and why is that so important to have, and what that copy is of the information they document?
After the inspection, you're going to receive a final report from the inspector, and the inspection company is going to let you know what is okay, what may need work in the future, and the immediate problems that need to be addressed. And you can take that report, go back to your realtor, and use that as a negotiating tool to the seller. What are they going to fix? What are they obligated to fix? Or how much money are they going to give you in lieu of fixing it? So lots of great information comes out of that home inspection report. And you can even use that for future projects that you need to plan for down the road.
And then what happens if you do hire somebody and they just turn out to, they didn't meet your expectations? Do you report it? Where do you go next if you're like, oh man, I don't think we got everything we needed?
Well, two things going on here. If they are a legitimate company, you want to go ahead and talk with the business owner, see where they, didn't live up to your expectations. Try to resolve it first with the business owner. If you're not getting any type of response from the business owner, leave a review about that business so that others who are looking for a business to use, an inspector to use, have been warned about your experience with them. So you can head on over to bbb.org and leave a customer review, and you can leave a review on other platforms too. If it is an illegitimate company, let's say that you hired this person, turned out to be a scam, maybe they never showed up, you do want to report that to our scam tracker tool, and you can do that at bbb.org/scam tracker.
All right. Well, I'm ready to sell my home. Let's do it. Tiffany, thank you so much for the for the information. Appreciate it. And we'll catch up with you real soon again.
Thanks for having me today.
You bet. Check out the bbb.org for more information on home inspectors, scams, and so much more. They got a lot of great information out there. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
Ready!
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. We're in the guest segment today, and today we're going to highlight the Town of Madison attachment. We had our first open house last night with a great turnout, and it was a chance for all of our department heads to share some information about us, what's the city of Fitchburg is made up of, and for residents to ask some questions. Here are some of the highlights from that great event.
I'm very excited about all of you that are coming here to Fitchburg. I want to welcome you here. It's exciting. This isn't something that happens very often, and I hope that you enjoy all the many services that we have here in Fitchburg. We're going to learn more about that from all our department heads, and they'll be up here to speak in just a second.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Fitchburg, at least future Fitchburg. We're happy to have you here.
As Mayor Richardson mentioned, we have all of our department heads here assembled this evening, and they're just going to give a short presentation and tell you about the services that each of their departments offer. We also have Katie Crowley from Madison Mayor's office here as well, so if there are any specific questions or items for the City of Madison, Katie can help you out with those. And then after the presentation by our department heads, we'll take questions from the audience here. And then after that period of time, our department heads will hang out in the outer area of the room here. And if you have any specific questions for any of them, you can go ahead and chat with them.
The fire department, roughly translated, bomberos.
There you go. Yeah, that's correct.
We respond out of 3 stations, 2 of which are operational. We have 15 full-time firefighters. The rest are supported. Our emergency staff is supported with a paid-on-premises, paid-on-call department. And Station 3 is the one that serves this area that was built with the town of Madison in mind. So it gives us a better opportunity to have appropriate and well thought out response times that give us the ability to protect this area a little bit better than what we had before with the previous stations.
So we have 3 ambulances that are spread out much farther than that, again, the closest one being on Sayin. Our second one also being in the Fitchburg Fire Station off of Marketplace. We have a third one down in Verona. And then they move and respond to calls as they're needed. My takeaway to you is the big red letters up there that says nothing really changes for you to get an ambulance. Pick up the phone and call 911. Somebody will come.
So we thought the 2 things you would want to hear about from us would be utility bills and property tax bills. So for utility bills, your water bill is going to stay the exact same. So currently you're getting a monthly water bill from the City of Madison, and that will continue. For the sewer and stormwater bill, that with the town of Madison is listed as a special charge on your property tax bill. For Fitchburg, we do quarterly bills instead. And then for property tax bills, the process will be very similar to what you used to for town of Madison. I know a burning question is going to be what your property tax bill will be, and I unfortunately don't have enough information to calculate those at this point, but the process will end up staying the same. And then for both, we have the traditional payment method, so online, in person, by mail, and we have a 24-hour drop box at City Hall where you could make your payments. And then a plug for the budget process. If you are interested in how the city spends its money and how much it collects from property taxes, the way to get involved in that is through the budget process. We have 2 public hearings each year. We hope that if you're interested, you would come out and share with the council what you think the priorities should be.
Hello, I'm Wendy. I'm from the library, Biblioteca.
Yeah, there you go.
We have over 100,000 items for you to check out. We've got books, movies, Kindles, Rokus. We all have all kinds of stuff. The most important thing you probably want to know today is your library card that you have will work. You don't have to get a new one. If you want a new one, we can give you one. We are very proud to be a fine-free library, so we're not going to charge you if you're a few days late returning your items. We have lots of programs. I have a program calendar for May back at the table if you'd like to pick that up before you go tonight. We have computers, study rooms, meeting rooms, free Wi-Fi, all kinds of stuff.
If you're looking for any employment opportunities or anyone you know, please visit our website. I've got flyers in the back. We just posted a police officer position starting at $63,000. We'll send you to the police academy, so please spread the word. So there is a variety of different departments you can work for, so please come talk to me after this.
So our vision and our mission, or our mission and our vision, is to serve and respect. Our vision is a trusted, impartial partnership in pursuit of a peaceful community where all members feel safe and respected. 2 neighborhood police officers for the first 6 months, the East and the West, will begin their new role over the next 6 months.
We do a lot. We do a lot for the community, and we welcome the town of Madison area to our community, and have been looking in earnest about how we're going to be maintaining your roads going into the future. We do take care of the street sweeping and the stormwater things as well. So you'll see our street sweepers out there sweeping the streets. So if you, we should be out there at least once a month. But if you do, have concerns that things aren't getting picked up as quick, you can always pick up the phone and give our department a call, and we're very responsive to those needs.
We do have some frequently asked questions that have already been presented to the city on a regular basis, and some of those you can see up here. One of the main ones is, will school boundaries change? No, they will not. How about your address? Will it change? No, we don't have any reason to believe it will. And you can see the other questions that we have listed there as well. We have all of the frequently asked questions out on our website in a page where you can see those, as well as information about all of the city services that you just heard from all of our great department heads and other team members here at the city of Fitchburg. So I think we can probably, is it the right button?
That's the last one.
That's the last one. We can transition to the open question and answer portion of the presentation. Yes, bus routes are changing. Madison Metro is the transit provider that the city of Fitchburg contracts with. And they're currently in the process of updating their routes, as you may have seen in some of the news media and some of the public information meetings they've been having. We recently had a presentation actually last evening at the city council level here in Fitchburg. That presentation shared some of the proposed route changes from Metro, which does, as we also learned today, does affect the Southdale neighborhood, and I see it actually pushes the transit stop to Moreland Road and Rimrock Road, if I'm reading the proposed changes correctly. And we had some additional conversation with our city engineering department, who is leading the liaison work with Madison Metro, and they're actually going to talk to them about an amendment to that route. There is an amendment process that Metro is using on the proposed routes for them to consider further modifications to those routes. So that is an amendment that we will be submitting for their consideration to see if they can keep the bus stop closer within the Southdale neighborhood versus moving it to Moreland.
As some of you may have seen, none of your voter registration is going to change. If you're registered to vote in the town, you will still be able to vote in Fitchburg. At this time, we are currently looking and we had added some money to the budget to find a polling place in Southdale so that you won't have to travel all the way to Fitchburg City Hall or someplace else to vote, to make it a lot more convenient for you.
All right, there you have it. More information is our website, fitchburgwi.gov. Look for Town of Madison attachment. We'll continue to update you and anybody who has questions about what's going on with this attachment. Remember, October 31st is when the Town of Madison joins Fitchburg. So we're excited to have all the residents of the part of Town of Madison that is coming to Fitchburg. And we look forward to sharing much more information all summer long. We'll take a quick break, wrap up the show next. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So. I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, wrapping up the show for the day. I want to thank Tiffany Schultz from the Better Business Bureau helping us out. And again, reminder on the Town of Madison attachment, go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov. Right on the homepage there, we have Town of Madison attachment link there for you. Takes you to the latest information that's happening with the Town of Madison. We have the Q&A portion of there, and we want to hear from anybody who has questions. We'll continue to get that information out. And if you want to stay connected with Fact TV, it's right there. It's pretty easy. We'd love to have you join us. Have a good weekend.